Today's project is lots of fun. I know you're going to enjoy drawing this hedgehog with me. The hedgehog's body is a nice oval. This is really quite a simple drawing to do. We'll make 2 circles near the top for his eyes, and then a triangle for his nose, and it curves up just a little on one side. If you don't get it right, you can go back and erase it. Put a little circle nose, and then we'll add a smile. And just a couple of little U's here underneath for his open mouth smile. Great, now his arms are very close to his head, out to the side, 2 straight lines. And his feet are going to go right down here at the bottom. Circles, and then let's show where his hands will be. 2 little circles at the ends. Don't make his arms too long. Alright, now here's a really fun part. You might want to practice this on another piece of paper, but we're going to make little spikes that are just like V's. And this first row, you can see it ends at the oval. And now I'm going to do another row of spikes in between the ones I just did, and these ones start just outside the oval. I'm going right over his hand because later I'm going to come back and draw the hand in, and I'll erase these lines, which I love to do. But it's good to just get the spikes evenly spaced without really worrying about where anything else is. Alright, there's my first row of spikes. Now I'm going to put another row in between again, and just outside these ones. All the way around my hedgehog, making it nice and plump and spiky. Making these ones at the top a little shorter. I'll just make him look rounder at the sides. Nice, I'll put one more down here. Alright, now just to make him look really full, I'll add a few extras in between here. And then I think I'll put a few more just at the bottom, and then even outside to make sort of an extra little bit of a row showing just in the middle bit, just right there. One more here. And on the other side, same thing, just 5 or 6 extra spikes, just to make him look a little bit rounder. Alright, let's put his hands in now, so I'll go right over those spikes I already drew, and I'll put just 3 fingers on my hedgehog. He's a cartoon, he doesn't need very many fingers. And now make his toes, same thing. Little line for his legs, and then bump, bump, bump for his toes. Little line for his leg. Another little line down, and then I'll just go to the other side. Bump, bump, bump. Great! So let's outline his body, starting just underneath that row of forehead spikes. And stopping at his arms and legs, again just underneath the forehead. So I'm not going to trace the oval that was in behind his forehead. And now I'm just going to finalize some details on his face, around his nose. Final line, finalize, they're kind of the same thing, and that's what I'm doing. Alright, so have a look. If you like your hedgehog, it's time for black marker. So what I have here is a fine point, because I want these spikes to be really skinny. And if I use my thick marker, I won't be able to see both lines. It'll kind of overlap. So I'm just going to trace all the spikes. So I'm just going to speed this up. You can pause the video when I'm done and catch up with me. You can always stop and rewind anytime you need to. Nice. Alright, now I'm going to switch markers over to my regular black marker, and I'm going to draw the outlines. So now I'm going to start with his hand and go right around the fingers. His arms and legs are the closest things to me, so I'm going to do those first with my regular black marker. And that way when I go to make my big U, I can stop at his arms and stop at his legs. And you see I'm not going behind his forehead for that section. Now I'll trace his face. Nice. Alright, we're ready to erase. My favorite part. Great. Alright, so to color my hedgehog, I'm going to use a brown crayon, and I'm just doing a little bit of pressure, not really terribly dark, but enough that it's taking some wax off here. And I'll do his feet and his hands in sort of a dark brown, and then I'm just going to go around the edges of my black lines here and make some shadows on his belly. My hedgehog is nice and chubby, so this will help to show some depth. And I'll color his snout a little bit dark brown too, just right there by his cheek. Now I'll shade lightly on his whole belly and his face, stopping when I get to the spikes and filling in nicely with even pressure. Nice. Alright, now for the spikes, what I'm doing here is I'm pressing and pulling, making one single crayon line on every spike, all the way around my hedgehog. So I wasn't sure when I started making these lines if I was going to want to do them on every spike or if I was going to do them on just some of the spikes, but I think I've decided now, yes, I'm going to do them on every spike that I've drawn, but every spike that I've drawn with pen has 2 lines and my crayon line is just one single line. Great. Now I'm going to shade, but only just close to the oval. I'm not shading the last row of spikes, because if I get color out there, he won't look spiky. That's kind of the secret. Alright, now his face. I'll make brown eyes and black in the middle and a little black nose and then a pink mouth. Nice. I hope you enjoyed following along with me today, and I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel, and please comment or like my video, and if you draw this hedgehog and you're on Instagram, please post it and tag me so I can see your work.